Welcome to the International Institute of Holistic Health. My name is Dr. Sarah, and today I want to share a deeper look into the benefits and challenges of remembering your past lives. Maybe you are on a spiritual path, or you're just simply unsure where all the challenges in your relationships are coming from. If your body gets sick, or how to find a purpose and lead a meaningful life. So this episode is for you. Remembering your past lives is a powerful tool for researching the root causes of everything physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. However, I found that remembering the past lives also comes with a set of challenges. So please stay tuned until the end of the video when I will give my perspective on the challenges and how to resolve them. Let me first start by explaining what I mean by remembering past lives. There are different ways you can tune into your past lives. You can enter a natural trance state by deeply relaxing, slowing your brain waves to a theta level, and simply traveling back in time to see where the root cause of your current topic started. This takes a bit of practice and training. Some people call it accessing the Akashic records. This leads me to the second way. You can visit an intuitive person going into trance to read your Akashic record for you and share or help resolve the problem. When I go into the Akashic record for a client, I do not share what I see in the records specifically. I would shift the focus directly on the solution and try which healing intention is bringing relief from the current problem. I'll explain why I work like this later in the challenges of the remembering of your past lives. The third way known to me is to visit a hypnotherapist guiding you through multiple past lives so that you can experience the review of the record yourself. The most profound benefit of such a past life regression is the level of understanding you gain for yourself. There are beliefs, there are faiths, but the most potent perspective is the one you gain from experience and knowing. Throughout my life, I gained many insights by reviewing snippets of past lives related to current situations. However, the most powerful insight I gained through a 4-hour-long regression was when I visited a string of past lives and transitions. I found it deeply touching to see that I spent most of my male incarnations of what we would call in modern times the field of physics, from the fundamental understanding of the material world and its behavior to a master incarnation of discovering deeper connections within the universe. Equally, I spent most of my female incarnations in the field of healing, and it is profoundly touching to revisit the situations where I was able to heal, resolve problems for many people and communities. One incarnation comes to mind when I lived up in the mountains and the people from the village could hike up to my hut and share their problems with me. I would then perform a fire ritual where we were able to let the fire's transforming power transmute the energy and change the frequency of the problem to tune into the solution. I mean, it's almost like how I work now, but with the help of the elements and Mother Earth, way more connected to Mother Earth. Even to this day, I'm very solution-oriented in my work. I don't talk much about my clients' issues or where they started manifesting, but actually how my clients can break free. A deeper understanding of the soul's journey and realizing that we are eternal beings puts many things into a pain-free perspective. It is also easier to be compassionate with another person if you know that, hey, not so long ago you made the same mistakes yourself. you wish you had someone looking at you in an empathetic way. Another huge benefit is losing the fear of death. In an extended past life regression, you will go through the last day of the incarnation you are currently reviewing and re-experience the transition. I found that even in very violent situations, the moment the soul realizes that the body is not going to be surviving this, the soul will move on, will not stay around for the excruciating pain of very traumatizing situation. The place we go between incarnations, filling our souls with unconditional love and light. It's just so delicious. Frankly, I was surprised to see how hungry my soul was to return to this challenging planet of duality, bliss, and pain. Going through soul's transition multiple times, you can't help but realize that in many ways, the transition is most of the time a big celebration. A celebration of life, of accomplishment, of courage and reunion. And there we're at the third benefit of remembering your past lives. You realize that life and the strings of incarnations are mainly there to gather experiences, specific learning and developing toward a natural state of wholeness. Joy and unconditional love is merely a byproduct of embracing the human experience on a planet in constant tension of duality and free choice. Benefit number 4, understanding other people and your relationships. This is a priceless benefit of remembering your past lives. I often found explanations of current behaviors or situations in a past life. I used the natural trance state countless times to find root causes, and it helped me to break free from unhealthy relationships or clarify seemingly emotional business decisions. When you see your friend drowning while you were unable to get her into the boat you were sitting in, you will give your all not to let them, for example, financially drowning again. No, not this time, not under my watch. There are no rational explanations for this, but you will feel you made it up to them. You closed a karmic circle. Knowing where we met this soul before, what happened to the other person or us, can help us make clear decisions, even if rational situations would advise us otherwise. But I always find it greatly relieving when I feel that a karmic circle just came to a conclusion. While gaining clarity on your relationships is a clear benefit, this point is also the number one challenge. I remember seeking help and getting my Akashic record read back to me with a situation where I felt too close to find my own answers. Realizing that the person I was so overwhelmingly in love with was once a baby that I needed to give up against my will was heartbreaking. Looking back at the records, I can see the complexity of my feelings of overjoy, love, but also guilt and shame simultaneously. While remembering the past life, it didn't bring back the pain of the situation, but standing in front of the seemingly lost soul seriously put my emotions into turmoil. Imagine finding someone you felt was gone forever. All the longing, the love, the well wishes, and the guilt for being unable to fight at that time, it can have a tremendous weight on your soul. And here is how I address this challenge. There's no other way than to sit with yourself. Breathe into it and find a sweet spot where you allow yourself to let your life fly again. But this path takes much self-compassion, healing, and time. I'm still writing emails to my seemingly lost baby, which is now a dear friend. And I'm still working on the guilt part to let life fly free again. However, being the wounded healer is a gift on its own. I'm aware of the potential of being re-traumatized by the remembrance. To this day, until somebody is actively asking me to tell them, I'm looking for the reasons in one's Akashic records, but only communicating the solutions. When working with clients, I first recognize their talent in their field, what they came to bring to this incarnation. Following your path, living courageously, expressing your talent, and living up to your archetype can truly balance even what came from a past life. So please let me know in the comments below if you remember your past lives, if you're curious or afraid of being re-traumatized. I would love to hear from you. Until next week, much love, Dr. Sarah.